All right, we have a special guest today. Juan Carlos Chavez is a 2012 graduate of Burke High School. He today said he felt old when these freshmen and sophomores were not bored when I graduated high school. So he was both a member of the Teen Center and Upward Bound. During his senior year, he received the Gates Millennium Scholarship. He headed out to Loyola Marymount in LA and then finished up his college career here in town at Creighton University. He'll graduate this month with a degree in computer science and is heading out to San Francisco where he'll start his career as a software engineer. He is here today to share just a little bit of wisdom and knowledge with you. So please help me welcome Juan Carlos to the stage.
How you guys doing? Good? Alright, cool. My name is Juan Carlos Chavez. I am a Burke alum of 2012. I'll be graduating from Creighton here this Saturday actually, so I'm super excited for that. I was doing major in computer science and digital development. Again, I graduated from Burke in 2012, so 5 years does seem like a long time for me, but maybe not for you guys. Also Teen Center alum, Upper Bound alum, so love to be here and see you guys here and see that this program is still up and running, a program that I love so much. So after I graduated from Burke, I was fortunate enough and I worked hard enough to receive the Gates Millennium Scholarship. With that, I did go to Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles, California. And that was a fun and crazy experience. I was there for 3 years. I then transitioned to Creighton University where I finished up my computer science degree. And I'm now heading off to San Francisco. So thank you for the introduction. It's so nice. Yeah, thank you. So I want to thank Abby for inviting me out here to come speak to you guys. Again, it's really an honor. So I was asked to come give a little spiel about just things that I've learned throughout my experience in either in college or just my experience in life in general, applying for scholarships, applying for different schools. And I know you guys have probably already done that, but definitely for some of the juniors, freshmen here. Yeah. So time management is one of the things. So seniors, I'm assuming you guys are all seniors, so congratulations. Any juniors in the room? Juniors? Cool. Sophomores? Awesome. And freshmen? Any freshmen? Hey! Cool. Well, I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of time management before. It's not a new concept, especially you juniors and seniors applying for scholarships and so. But I recall this one graph that I've seen before. It's like a triangle graph. And it says you got to choose between 2 out of the 3 things. You have to choose between going to sleep, doing your schoolwork, or choosing social life. And I had an interesting twist on that when I seen that. I was like, I don't think that's necessarily true. I think you can actually choose all 3 of them if you want. And it's really about managing your time. And a little bit about my experience in that. So I attended Los Angeles, California. I didn't know anybody from there. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have any family near me for 1,500 miles. So it was a crazy experience. So I joined organizations. I really wanted to get to know people and make some friends out there. And so I joined 2 Latino organizations. I joined the Resident Housing Association. I was a beatboxer for an a cappella group. And I also pledged for a fraternity. So I had a lot on my plate, including my undergraduate courses, including just getting to know a city. And I did learn a lot about time management. So my midterm grades came back and my finals grades came back, and it was a hard time because it was the first time I received a letter grade less than a C. And I was really bummed out. I was like, man, what's going on? You know, I'm really trying hard in these courses. I'm really trying hard to succeed. I'm putting in the work, but it's not coming out. And all I had to do was look at my calendar. What was I doing? I was spending a lot of time in all these organizations, a lot of time with friends, a lot of time going out, and not enough time studying. So back to that graph, you don't really have to choose 2 out of 3. You can choose to study more. You can choose to sleep more. I mean, I don't think you need more than 8 hours, but if you do, that's all right. But again, my grades started slipped. I just fixed that up. Come second semester, I turned that around. So I started doing well. I stopped getting things below a C. I started going to office hours, figuring that stuff out. And I had to drop some of these organizations. And I know you guys, either you juniors, seniors, even sophomore, freshmen, you guys are doing sports, you guys are applying for applications, you guys are applying to colleges, even you guys trying to figure that stuff out now. Time management is going to be more important than ever, so definitely that's one of those things. I'd like to take the time now to think about, to talk about a personal experience that I had in college, and something that really affected me and kind of took a turn for me. So I know we kind of all had an experience where we faced something where we're just thinking, man, this is tough and this is hard, and I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. You know, whether that be a sport, whether that be academics, whether it be a college. We've all had a moment where we're just like, man, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I don't know if I'm good enough to do this. Why am I spending my time here? And my sophomore year in college, I came to that experience. So I originally went into college as an arts major. I transitioned to a business major when I started, and then I transferred to a computer science major. So I was already behind a year, and including that, I wasn't too sure what computer science was, right? I thought I figured it out as I go, but come to find out it was a really tough major, and it was a really tough classes, really rigorous, and I didn't have much time to mess around. Midterms came in, and I had one of the hardest years that I could face. I actually looked at my midterms and I had my first F. And that was really rough for me. You know, I've never received an F before in my life. I've never had to go through an experience like this. In another course, I had a D, so I was on the verge of failing it. And that was also tough for me. And so for this class that I had a D, I went to the professor's office hours after, and I was like, hey, I would like some help. You know, I don't understand these concepts. It's hard for me to grasp. It's hard for me to understand these things. I was like, is there more worksheets? Is there more homework that I could pick up? And this professor turned to me and she said, you know, you should reconsider your major. And I was like, what? That's not what I expected. And then she said, you know, actually you should reconsider what college you're in. She's like, you should, you know, maybe go to an art college or transition to one of our other colleges. And none of this was helping me out. And finally she said, you know what, I don't know if you're cut out for this. And that was tough for me. I went home that day and I was thinking to myself, I was already feeling down because I wasn't feeling too confident academically. I wasn't feeling too confident of how I've been investing my time. So I had to really reflect on this. And after that moment, I said, you know what? No, I want to do this. This is something I want to learn. This is something I want to grasp. I may feel like I'm not smart enough now, but I know that I will be. I know I'll work hard to get there. And so I persisted. I went back to class. I went back that year, and I worked hard as I ever could. I dropped any organization that I was in for the time being so I could bring up my grades. 2 semesters after, I retook those courses that I received an FA and turned them to A's. I went back to all my courses, all my professors, got to know them, and now I'm going to be graduating with a computer science degree, a dual major in digital development. I'll be working for a software engineering company, General Electric. That's one of the biggest conglomerates here in the United States and the world, and working in Silicon Valley and San Francisco. So if I would have took the time to just listen to that professor and that said, you know what, you're not cut out for this. You're not meant to be here or do this. You should go do something else. I wouldn't be where I am today. So definitely for your seniors who are graduating today, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. You're the only person that can really tell you, hey, I can do this. You're the only really person that is holding you back from doing great things. So just work on it. Realize your weaknesses. Manage your time a little better. And you guys can do that. So I want to thank Abby for inviting me here, and I want to thank you guys. Congratulations to your seniors, and thank you.
Well, Juan Carlos is really exactly the kind of student that we hope to produce here at Teen Center and through Upward Bound, and is such a great example of what our students can become.